expect some people to get upset with you um, because you don't resonate with some type of stance of bitterness or resentment that they're choosing to be in or dwell in, because you're somebody who literally does move forward and progress, okay? Um, Whether that's like, if there's any stagnation that shows up in any area of your life, there's something about you making progression in other ways, okay? Um, so, yeah, so there's something significant about that, okay? So, let's see who's focused on you right now and why. Hedonist. So, inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself, and then the shadow attributes pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. So, the way I'm being led to read these cards we're about to pull in regards to who's focused on you, they're guiding me to read both the light and the shadow attributes because it's giving that those opposing forces. So you have those who are divine and those who are literally in opposition focused on you right now. So there's something about you attracting, aligning, or resonating with energies who who feels like you inspire creative energy within them, to embrace the good things in life, to celebrate the beauty in themselves, in their lives, and then you have others who are kind of in a bitter space, okay, who pursues pleasure to the detriment of their health, whether that be their emotional health, their psychological health, their physical health, or their energetic health. Okay. And it's something about energies who indulge at the expense of others who are focused on you right now. Okay. And they could be focused on you because of you inspiring some type of creative energy for someone to embrace good things in their life. Okay, there's something about you being perceived as a good thing in people's lives or in a particular person's lives. Okay. Addict. So you guys could have an addict, okay, focused on you. Okay. But there's something about you freeing people from addictive behaviors. So it says helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. So you're helping people recognize and confront addictive behaviors, okay? Okay, and you have compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. Okay. So these are the energies that's focused on you. So Adonis and an addict is definitely obsessive energy, somebody who's obsessive. Okay. For you to have the Adonis and the addict come out back to back, these are very obsessive energies. These would be people who, um, on the lower vibrational side, it's something about them obsessing, um, just even be like obsessing over some type of old paradigm, like refusing to free themselves, okay, from something here. Okay. There's something about you guys breaking free or you recognizing people wanting you to be stuck in the past or like stuck in like old ways of perception, whether that be of yourself or others, okay? Like there's people who was finding comfort in you being coming off like some type of advocate, or I don't know, it's something that you've outgrown, something that you're outgrowing. Okay. And you guys are like, I'm getting that you guys are in this energy where you're literally like, it's not that you are ignoring the energies, but you're ignoring the energies. Like these people who wants to latch so desperately onto being the victim in the situation, it's like, okay, that's your choice. Like if you want to choose to be a victim, make your identify as a victim. Okay. Like, I mean, what do you want me to say? Like, it's something about these people wanting you to like support their choice to hold on to being a victim, like in a situation, even if they were victimized in a situation. So it's not that you're taken away from it, but you're somebody that encourages growth. Okay. Yeah, these are people who could be resisting something that's supposed to be shedding from them with liberator here. Confirmation. Liberator, okay? There's something about you being the kind of energy to liberate people from old paradigms, okay? From victimhood, from being addicted to some type of story that they've like uh some type of story here, okay? Yeah, victim. Victim in the reverse, confirmation. Yes, confirmation. Like, that's not your problem. Like, they want to make it's like they want you to resonate, or they want you to stay there with them, and you're simply not. You can be somebody who vibrates at the frequency of quantum leaping. There's something that you're leaping from, like when it comes to anybody victimizing you, or and that's the thing that a card that I wrote recently is sometimes the somebody being egotistical is not only like associated with success and achievements and being better and status and materialism. Sometimes people can eat their ego can resonate with suffering. Okay, and it's like there could be somebody that, like, I don't know, like they could have attached themselves to a version of you that's outdated. Okay, and they could be feeling some type of way about that. Okay, but this is like you reflecting actual healing. Okay, this could be somebody who, I don't know, it's like they're holding themselves back. Okay. Mm-hmm. And something about, yeah, freeing yourself. You got freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Okay, releasing negative thought patterns. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of people who appear like they are in support of you, or in support of um what you're promoting, okay, or something like that, but only if there's some type of fixation on the negativity attached to it. Okay, like there's something about these people um kind of like wanting to paint you out as some type of traitor, or um I don't know, something about you challenging their beliefs, or you challenging outdated beliefs, but it's in order to free the person. Okay, like there's something about, don't become consumed with associating yourself with some type of victim mentality. Okay, pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. Yeah. So be mindful of people trying to draft you into something that's outdated, okay? Like, especially if your heart is ready to shed something or release something, it's like just stay in your own lane. That's what it's giving. So you have somebody that's in this victimhood mentality that's focused on your energy. There's something about other people who are in this liberation spirit or being swept by this liberation frequency that's focused on you right now. Okay. And you also have people imposing their own tyranny um, over those they claim to liberate. Confirmation, ignoring legitimate constraints. So this can even be something about you setting some type of firm boundaries, or like, hey, like this is where I'm at now. Okay, and somebody's still trying to meet you with a version of you that you no longer are, and then them feeling offended by that. Okay, or trying to project and make you feel like you're betraying them. So be mindful of people imposing their own tyranny onto you. Okay, so these are people who will claim to liberate you. Okay, so that's what it says: imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate or obvious constraints. Like, and this, it has a lot to do with them being addicted to, like, uh some type of like false identity. Okay. Yeah, so the light attributes of this is prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Shadow attributes: playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. So, okay, and I feel like, so what I'm gonna do when the card come out as reverse, like it's a heavy emphasis on the shadow energy being focused on you right now. Mm-hmm. Playing the victim. So this could even be some kind of false victim here. Playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity. This is somebody who wants you to take pity okay, or give them some type of pity, and you guys are kind of, you're seeing it for what it is, and it's like you're responding in some type of neutral manner. You're not taking on the energy. You're not taking it on. You're not feeding into it. You don't resonate with it. That's no longer where you are. Okay, and it's no offense to them, but it's like them choosing to be that and stay at that vibration. That's a done problem. So we're gonna get one more card. Who's focused on you? Who's focused on collective? You got a scribe. This card wanted to come out reverse, but I caught it crossing. So the shadow attribute, altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. The light attribute, preserving knowledge and information. Okay? I want to take it reverse. Okay? So somebody's focused on you who's trying to alter the facts. So some type of facts that you're revealing, that you're speaking up about, some type of clarity that you're providing to liberate others out of some type of addictive personalities or addictive paradigms. Okay, there's something about suffering can be just as addictive as things that are healthy. Okay, yeah. This could have been somebody who's been like plagiarizing your work for some of you, altering the facts. Okay, and we got Samaritan in the upper. You guys have Samaritan energies that are focused on you. It says refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Shadow attribute, exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. So with the refining your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore, I feel like this confirmation, like you're redefining your responses to people who who are currently in a space of victimhood mentality so strongly. It's one thing to be victimized, it's another thing to identify yourself as a victim. That's not you guys' frequency, that's not your cause, that's not the goal, and that's not the destination. Even when you do talk about situations where you were victimized, that's not who you are. Okay. Can you clarify this victim mentality? What's blocking? What's blocking this person from being receptive to some type of liberation, or being liberated out of this energy? Everyone leaves. Okay. It says choose a partner who can commit to you and let yourself commit to them. But this is somebody who feels like everybody leaves. Okay, this is right on the victim in reverse. Everyone leaves. No, actually, everyone doesn't leave. Like somebody wants you to be on that team, and you're not. Like there's something about you being a naturally optimistic energy. Okay, like you're not gonna close yourself off like from the possibility of love and other expressions, or even like the renewal of love, just because that's what they choose for themselves. Anyway, if you believe everyone leaves, then hey, okay, like what you want us to do about it? You know, I'm not gonna force you to believe otherwise. Anyway, um, in regards to the scribe energy that's focused on you, whoever this is, altering facts, plagiarizing others' work, what's blocking this person? Changing them. Trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. So this could be too passive. So this could be altering others' work, altering the facts, changing them. Somebody could be trying to somebody could be trying to make it seem like you're being too passive, or you're it's like somebody's trying to tell themselves, convince themselves, or even somebody else, like for people like this who aren't watching you, it's like you're trying to alter some type of information that you're revealing. Trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are. So you're the kind of person, you do accept people as they are, and you just move accordingly. So you understand there's some people that you're going to have to just leave in the past, and then there's others where no, there is a possibility of renewal. Okay, like there's something about you being receptive to people like redeeming themselves if they do it the right way. Like somebody feels feels a way about you being balanced like that with your heart, like because they just simply have not achieved that yet. Okay, so be mindful of that. Be mindful of people trying to drag things, or trying to latch on to you because maybe you were there, but you no longer are, and it's like they want to keep you there with them because they're not ready to release something yet. Like, be mindful of that. hmm Don't let other people who even depend on some type of information that you're giving, like this liberation energy, don't. And that's the thing with the liberator. You see her literally walking uphill. You know, when you're walking a incline hill, it's not easy. It's not easy, right? Yeah. Clarify the addict. Clarify the addict in regards to shadow attributes. Okay. Soulmate only. Okay. You have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. Okay. Helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Compromises integrity and honesty. So you don't have to compromise your integrity and your honesty just to appease people's victimhood mentalities, or people being stuck in old paradigms in regards to shadow energies of soulmate experiences, or like soulmates from their past or something like that. Like, that's what it's giving. Okay, it's like if they can't discern for themselves, um, if they can't discern for themselves like what it is you're actually liberating, what it is that you actually mean, like that's a them problem. And sometimes these people are just not like intentionally being stubborn. Okay. Hmm. Discernment is a virtue. This could be somebody who feels like you're giving off some type of mixed signals, like about soulmates, about soulmate energy, or addictive personalities, and you're not. And you're not. What's happening is that their ego feels bruised because you're actually growing out of something. You're releasing something. You're growing. You're in alignment with the transits. Okay, and their ego is bruised. I don't know. Like they feel like this is supposed to be like some kind of pact or something, and it's like you don't move like that. You're neutral. Okay, you can even resonate with being like a lone wolf, but you can still be somebody who's very like warm and inviting to others, or selectively. Okay. Like there could be something about somebody feeling some type of way because let's say you do resonate a lot more with being introverted, but you're still extroverted selectively. Like you're technically an introvert, but you're an introvert with boundaries. You're an introvert with standards or something like that. Like this could be somebody who resonates more with your introverted energy, but they want you to be a full blown introvert, and that's just simply not who you are. That's that's not what this is. Okay. And, and there's something about you're not desperate for just anybody to connect to. So maybe somebody was finding some type of comfort in that. Okay. Yeah. I feel like for you it's more so you detaching like from just certain mindsets that you just simply don't align with, like certain beliefs that you just simply don't align with, and if anything, you feel like they're stagnating for a person's journey. hmm Clarify the Hadonist. You got vulnerable here, and you got not compatible. You don't really believe there's a match for you. Have an open mind. Confirmation. Shaking my head. Vulnerable. This would be people like who still have fears around vulnerability. It says you cannot experience true intimacy unless you open your heart and be yourself. And you have an open mind. So you're in this energy of having an open mind, okay? You have an open mind. You're not completely closed off to healing in different forms. So this is like even things that you left behind and the outcome was in an unhealed state. Providing the opportunity in this proper place with its proper boundaries, meaning you don't have to have these people, you don't have to give physical access of yourself, okay? This could be over the phone conversation, text conversation, digital conversation. Um, I don't know. It's something like that. Like you can still, if God creates the opportunity for you to get clarity or closure or something like that, don't let somebody demonize you for having an open mind to that shit. Don't let somebody demonize you from opening your heart and just simply being yourself, honoring what you feel. Okay, it's and that's my thing too. Don't expect my readings um to always encourage or empower like whatever current version of yourself, like, because no, some a lot of my readings are going to be elevated. It's going to be elevated. It's like, okay, moving on. Don't expect me to just stay at a certain vibration where there's like higher places to achieve above that vibration. So there's something about that too. Okay. Um, this is not to um, this is not to invalidate, people having struggles about vulnerability, but you have to recognize that people's timelines are different. Okay. Clarify liberator. I love how the liberator is in the middle of all this. Criticizing. So somebody could be criticizing you, okay, because of some type of liberation or because you're freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. They could be criticizing this, okay, and projecting some type of negative thought patterns. But that's the whole point. They're criticizing something that you're encouraging them to release, to free themselves, okay, so that they can actually access and experience like the love they desire, whether that be through a past soulmate or a new soulmate. Damn, the hell, there's somebody who's like swimming against the tide in a situation like with this addict card. Look at this. You said this person pushing against this water. You're not more powerful than that water. Like you might as well just keep swimming. Anyway, criticizing your partner is driving them away. Focus on their good qualities. You know what is given to? There's some energies that feel some type of way because you're acknowledging some good qualities and people that you had to walk away from, that you put distance between, or where there were disagreements. It's like they get triggered by you acknowledging the good qualities of the person, of the experience. But you doing this is necessary to free yourself, okay? Because I feel like the bad shit that was associated with whoever these people are, this is what's imprisoning to you, okay? So you're being encouraged, like, by the divine to embrace or focus more on their good qualities to free yourself, okay, from some type of outmoded beliefs. Yep. You can even be having conversations that reflect that, okay? Yeah, like this is like having conversations with people who are more balanced in their perspective instead of being biased, okay? Biased because of their pain, their past painful experiences, or their resentment, their bitterness. Okay, this is even giving like covert bitterness. Okay, so be mindful of lone wolf. Be mindful of that. If you're not meant to be alone for the rest of your journey, like it says, are you really a loner? Or are you afraid of loving someone who could hurt you, who has the potential to hurt you? Who could hurt you? Mm-mm. Why am I hearing uh the story of a champion? Sorry, I'm a champion. You lost one. Hmm. You got unsocial here. You need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone. Hmm. I, I just heard Jay-Z when he was like, I don't think it's meant to be. Because she loves her work more than she loves me. And honestly, at 23, I will probably. So we can't be me and her. And that's where we defer. But he was like, it's like he was making peace with it. He was like he wasn't mad, like he was being understanding, like of their differences, and where they currently are, like in the phases of their life. So there's something about you having that higher level of understanding, like um, instead of completely demonizing a whole situation where you once was able to get some type of love, like there was genuine love in the situation, but you guys are just at two different places of your journey. Because that part, he was like, you've been put on this earth to be all you can be, like the reserve. But me, my timing is on me. Maybe I need to just say the whole damn. I heard motherfuckers saying they made whole. Okay, so another whole. Niggas wasn't playing their day role, so we parted ways like Ben and J Lo. Could have been did it, but I've been in the day so business. I put friends over business end of the day though. But when friends are something to something. There's nothing left to say though. I guess we forgot what we came for. Should have stayed in food and beverage. Too much flossing. Too much. But I had to divorce them. I had to get that shallow shit up off him. And I ain't even want to be famous. Niggas is blameless to unnecessarily go through these changes. And I don't even know how it came to this, except that fame is the worst, the worst known to man. It's stronger than heroin. When I can look in the mirror like here I am and still not see what you become. I know I'm guilty of it too, but not like them. You lost one. Like I get one. Lose some to win some. The story of a champion. Sorry, I'm a champion. You lost one. I don't think it's meant to be. Cause she loves to work more than she loves me. And honestly, at 23, I would probably love more than I love she. So we can't be me and her. Cause what she prefer over me is where, and that's where we differ. Damn, y'all get where I'm going with it. Listen to that song. It's called Champion. It's with him and said Michelle. So there's something about you being a champion. Something about you just doing things differently. Okay. Hmm. And some people having a problem with that. It's something about them getting comfortable with some type of healing phase or getting comfortable with some type of necessary phase that you've outgrown. Something that's now outmoded and them feeling offended. Like they internalizing it, taking it personal, and it's like, okay, I mean, well hopefully one day you get it. I mean, hmm. Fear of touch. It says you don't trust touch. Take small steps until you feel comfortable with others. Okay. Yep. Take small steps until you feel comfortable with others. Okay. So there's something about you not being stagnant, like when it comes to connection with other people. Like, even if you got to a point of being closed off necessarily, this is not just a permanent end. Like, this is not who you're going to be. Like, you definitely had energies who were working at that, who's working toward that. Okay. Like some of you guys really are like some of you guys really do carry keys like for certain people to be freed from situations, and it's like with some things you're gonna have to learn how to like think above, like to to think higher, be higher minded, and remember like just about being an instrument of God, being a vessel of God. Okay, so it's I'm hearing something about you being a destination for some people, like for the people who have betrayed you, have harmed you, or something like that. Sometimes God will have to double back these people to you, okay? Like for them to be freed, okay? And no, that doesn't mean you have to get in a relationship. That doesn't mean things have to go back how they were. None of that. Like, or you don't necessarily have to project your fears onto them of the situation. Like, take small steps, and you're not obligated to let them back in either. Like, nobody is like telling you to tolerate abuse. That's not what it is. Okay? Like, this is just about freeing yourself from outmoded beliefs and making sure you're not resisting yourself. Like, basically, it's like, don't project that over, like, don't just project that over like your entire future, like in dating or in connections. And no, don't do that. You understand? Like, that's the whole point. Like, that's the goal of the enemy. It's like, don't do that to yourself. Holding on. See? Holding on. Holding on to what? Some type of fears. Yeah, it's hard. I just seen a card that says too hard. It says you must release old ties in order to have a fresh start with something or someone new. A fresh start. Fresh start can be with new soulmates. Fresh start can be with soulmates you've already connected with. God damn, it's like, I'm even, so you know the scriptures that talk about if somebody somebody like betray you, but if they apologize, like forgive them. Like, of course, make sure it's sincere. But that doesn't mean you make yourself vulnerable in ways that you've been vulnerable before. If there's some type of proof that, yeah, no, I can't be vulnerable in this way, I'm not going to be quick to be vulnerable in this way with you specifically again, but we'll see, you know. And again, like, never jeopardize like your safety with anybody or anything. Like, I just feel like at some point I'm not going to be coddling people, okay? Because some things should just already be understood. I'm gonna say that too. Too hard is here again. Unworthy. So there's something about some underlying feelings of feeling unworthy. Um, it says you believe that it has to be hard, but it doesn't. Let love flow naturally in your life. And it says you deserve an amazing relationship. Take steps to heal doubts about yourself. Okay? You tell yourself it's too much work, but it's really an excuse. Okay? Not to get involved. All right. So let's see. Let's tap a little bit deeper into these people that's focused on you right now. So the hedonist energies. Let's see. Beauty. Confirmation. So the light attributes, it says, inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life and celebrates the beauty in yourself. So there's something about your confidence, like kind of influencing other people to be confident or to embrace their confidence and not feel like they need to water it down. Okay. Just because it makes people uncomfortable or because it triggers some type of negative reactions in some people. Well, there's something about focusing on, like, I seen a card that said focusing on the good qualities. So there's something about making the good qualities of your confidence more of the highlight opposed to people's negative reactions of your beauty, your confidence. Okay, you got charming. So you have people who are charming, graceful, and kind-hearted. That's focused on you. Okay, that's aligned with you, in alignment with you. You're being perceived as charming, graceful, and kind-hearted, like true beauty, like internal beauty. So you have these kind of people that's focused on you. Okay. Yeah. And then you have some people who are suspects or guilty of abusing their beauty, abusing their charm. Okay. Okay. This is like giving like malevolent light that's focused on you, or I don't know. They feel threatened by your authenticity and this energy because they feel like it overshadows their falseness. Of course it does. Yep. Especially like this energy of indulging, so abusing their beauty and their charm at the expense of others. It's like somebody feels like you're a threat to something that they got going here. Abusing some type of glamour. They feel like you're a threat. Clarify this addict. Oh, shallow. and boredom. Okay? Helps you recognize and confront addictive behaviors. Compromises integrity, honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over their inner spirit. Shallow. Okay? So there's some hollows. There's some people who feel empty, okay, focused on you. There's gonna be people who feel like they've lost some type of zest for life, or they don't know their purpose. They could just be in a dark space right now. There's gonna be people who feel unfulfilled. Okay, so this is definitely people who could have allowed some type of addictions to um, create some type of veil over their faith or their belief, their optimism concerning God, or some type of freedom here. Okay. Yeah, these are people who feel blocked from being liberated or from liberating themselves. This could be energies who wanted you to feel empty. Okay, so these are people who was projecting this onto you. This is why they're focused on you. They're trying to project that onto you. Okay, so these are people who struggle with liberating themselves. Okay, empowering themselves. You're somebody who does. Okay, there's something about them watching you break out of something here. There's something about them feeling triggered by you helping somebody else break out of something. Okay. Clarify, liberator. Clarify. Whoa. Damn. I see Ace of Cups. I see the running card. I see Shadow in reverse. Eight of Swords. Hoping. Somebody is conflicted because of you being in some type of hopeful energy. Okay? Expecting faith and manifesting, because you're still manifesting some type of good outcome, some type of positive outcome, or yeah, like something that was meant to hollow you out or make you feel empty or like bored with your pursuit of divinity or a pursuit of what you feel like is purpose work. It's like they're literally witnessing you like manifest from whatever that is. It's like some kind of darkness here. So the first card talking about creative energy and beauty and stuff like that. So these are people who felt alert or threatened by your beauty. And definitely internal beauty. Okay. All right. Tell me more about this victim in the reverse. Running. Ghosting, disappearing, and invisible. Excuse me. So there's something about a victim or a self-proclaimed victim. This person could be ghosting you or disappearing, or they could be running, or they want you to disappear. They want you to go away. They want you to go away. This is somebody who could be like, somebody could feel like you being like this liberating energy here. Is making somebody leave them or encouraging people to walk away, to depart from them. Okay, this is giving a fake damsel energy. This is giving like cry wolf, somebody who is very manipulative, like with their emotions. Okay. It's almost like somebody trying to create a foundation of like bitterness and resentment and hateful energy towards like maybe the opposite sex, like, and building like friendships or connections off of this. Like there's something about you liberating people out of this, like these addictive like mentalities, and this person feels threatened by you being that way because it's causing people to depart from them. This is somebody who's feeling like everyone leaves because they're refusing to like get themselves out of a situation here. Like, when you see how this card looks in reverse, it's like they're refusing to pick themselves up, to lift themselves up. You can be somebody who lifts yourself up. Okay, like you know how to lift yourself out, bro. I don't know why this is getting like someone who finds comfort in being in like the valleys, opposed to, okay, I can make peace with being in the valleys, but I can also see those mountains and be hopeful enough, because the lady is literally going up a mountain in this card, the Liberator card, okay, and how she's holding that flame. And I feel like this flame is your enlightenment. The flame is your faith in the divine, okay. This is somebody who's imposing their own tyranny over those that they claim to liberate. They claim to liberate and uplift these people, but it's like they're trying to keep them where they are. They're trying to keep them at a certain place, okay? It's somebody who feels threatened by people wanting to do better for themselves and unfortunately ascending, meaning they're leaving whoever this is behind. Because this is somebody who feels like they have more power in being in this victim mentality or playing this type of role here. Like this is what makes them feel powerful. The tinfoil hat. Self-care. There's something about people accepting whoever this is as they are and moving on. Okay? But they could feel like they could be projecting onto you, like because they feel like you have something to do with this. Okay? There's something about people like wanting to progress, like just wanting a change. Like, yeah, I just seen the King of Wands. So this would be the King of Wands. It's like leaving somebody behind. Okay? Yep. Yep. Because somebody's in the Ten of Swords. You got Ten of Swords on the floor. You got past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, and karmic lessons. This is somebody that's learning some type of karmic lessons. They're tired of repeating some type of toxic cycle. Okay? Yeah. That's why that energy of you got the oracle here. That energy of somebody claiming to liberate somebody, but they're look justice, but they're imposing some type of toxicity over these people, and these people see it for what it is now. All right, tell me more about this scribe. Okay, I immediately picked up. This is somebody who could have been trying to twist your words, or somebody like making fake profiles or something like that. Okay, somebody who doesn't have a respect for boundaries. You got boundaries in reverse. Okay, yeah, some type of dark or negative influence, a fake empath. Okay. Mm-mm. All right, y'all. So these are the people that's focused on you. Okay. So let's confirm what's going on with these people. Ego deaths. They're experiencing some ego deaths. Okay, it could also be stuck or trapped with some type of illness or disease. This could be a mental, a spiritual illness and disease. Fake tears. Their fake tears aren't working anymore in a situation. Okay, it's like they're being seen for who they are. Okay. Okay, there's something about evidence of stagnation involving this person, like or people feeling stagnated in their lives by associating with whoever this is. Okay. It's something about these people realizing that whoever this is was changing them for the worse. It's changing them, victim in the reverse. Yeah. It says unprepared due to ignorance. This is somebody who wasn't prepared for these people to choose growth. Yeah. It says unprepared due to ignorance and envy. You also have hoodoo in your favor. And I heard Lauren Hill, she was like hoodoo. I can do what you do. Easy. Son, fronting niggas give me heebie jeebies. Like people this is somebody like who have these people that they was claiming to liberate, like but trying to like turn them into like their minions and shit. Like these people feel like this person give them the heebie-jeebies. Like it's giving like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna go over here. So there could be like just energy balancing, okay, in your favor. This could even be somebody doing some type of hoodoo in your favor. Okay. Hmm. Hoodoo. I can do what you do. Easy. Yeah, because these people feel like they should have listened to you instead of whoever this is. We should have listened to you. Mm-hmm. Damn. And when I was, so I'm looking at this card, right? You see like these people get married, and you had this card come out. Let's try again. Yeah, trying to prove you mentally ill, insane to discredit you. So some of these people that's focused on you, they're still trying to prove that you're mentally ill or insane to discredit some type of liberation that you're causing. Hmm. It's not working. Yeah, they can even try to like pay certain people off, passive aggressively stalking you. Yeah, you got pain you are not ready to let go of. Your mind is protecting something it believes it needs for survival. It don't need it. It don't need it. And you could be this person that's like bringing enlightenment to this, like because it's making people susceptible to like being misguided or being motivated from like a place of pain that kind of turns into resentment, and it can even cause like more harm than good. Yeah, this is somebody who's triggered because of something you were speaking about. Podcast triggered. Why? Two of Cups. You're talking about some type of healing, okay? And they're triggered. Yeah, there's a baby. I hear a baby crying in the background. It's somebody who needs to grow up. It's somebody who's emotionally immature. It don't matter what their age is. Look, somebody could be working on an offer that you can't refuse. Okay? Yeah. Dang, somebody upset about that. Because they got in some type of clarity concerning competition. So this was somebody who is competing with you being like this liberation energy. Like I'm hearing, I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. And I'm seeing the scene from Judas and the Black Messiah where Fred Hammond was in this church, and there was like a lot of like white minorities, and how he basically brought them together with black people to basically hone in on the actual enemy that's working against all of them, not just the Black Panthers, not just black people and whatever, but working against all of them, and how together they can be the majority and have a revolution. Like this is something about how your energy, like this is your energy. This is somebody who wants you to like be a leader of like unnecessary like separation, unnecessary like discordance, where no, like some things can still be mediated. Like somebody's feeling triggered by that. Y'all like, can we negotiate? And let me tell you what I just heard. There's some people who participated in some type of rebellion against you because they were misled, but they were vulnerable to being misled because of their unhealed pain and trauma. There's some people who it's like they could be collaborating, yeah, feeling dumb and stupid. They could be collaborating behind the scenes on how they can mend something with you. Okay, like these are people who want to be on the right side of things. This could be family, friends, whomever. Like there is people who want to be. Listen, that song that I channeled yesterday, I pray we all be ready for his return. There's some type of evidence of God being like prevalent, like God being upset with them. There's some type of evidence, and it's like, okay, never mind this ego shit, this BS. Like, nah, we need to get our shit together. Like, this is what's going on. Okay, yeah. And it's like they're looking at this person like, so you don't even care that we getting fucked up. You don't even care what's happening to my mama ever since we started doing this shit. You don't care what's happening with my child ever since we started supporting you with this bullshit. So you just gonna ignore this? You just gonna ignore? You don't give a fuck about me? Like, this is what's going on. Like, this gonna be conversations like this going on. You don't really give a fuck about me. Yeah, they rejecting. So whoever this is, or these kinds of people are, it's like they could be heavily projecting on whoever these people are, and it's not working. Like, it's being blocked out. I just saw heavy projection in reverse. Trying to prove you mentally ill or insane to discredit you. Like, these are people who are viewing you as credible, as a credible source, and they're viewing this person as not credible, dishonorable. I'm telling you, like, some of these people were paid and recruited to come after you, and it's like, yeah, like, there's nothing like evil about this person, like you claim. Like, I took this money from you, I supported you, and look what's happening to my life. Like, look what's happening to my loved ones. Like, yeah, nah, hell nah. Like, let's turn the wheel. Reverse the boat. Like, hell no. Yeah, let's go over to the other side. This ain't it. This ain't it. It says, considering what was organized, you were supposed to be dead by now. These are people who participated in something like very egregious, and it's backfiring horribly. Yes, they feel like they supported the wrong person. I ain't lying to you. Humiliating themselves. These are people who don't bought themselves like a portion of humiliation directly from source and your spirit team. They're being humiliated. Their spiritual protection hasn't been working for them. If anything, whatever their conscience has been telling them they need to do what's right in the situation. Okay, like, never mind something being hard or whatever. It's like they know, these are people who know for sure they supported the wrong person in some type of situation. And whoever this person is that they supported, this person could be humiliating themselves, still trying to discredit you. They're humiliating themselves. You got temperature. This could be people who want to check your temperature, or they're trying to check your temperature. Somebody could be running their blood pressure up, or I don't know, making themselves sick. Okay, but y'all know those lyrics. He was like, in the winter time, girl, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature to shelter you from the storm. Oh, I got the right tactics to. These are people who feel like they will be sheltered from some type of storm if they mend something with you. Yep. All right. Okay, we're gonna channel that in another read. But that's what's going on with these people, or these people that's focused on you, collective. Yeah. Oh, somebody is mad. Yeah, something about these people sharing mutual feelings, like about them needing to do something to mend something with a good and faithful servant. Or there are people sharing mutual feelings that you are a good and faithful servant of God. Yeah, you're not mentally ill, you're not mentally insane, or none of that. Like, a woman has been crying over you, and there's a karmic feminine, okay, crying about this. Somebody who's always partying, okay? Mm-hmm. It's like somebody was using this always partying energy, like, to make themselves seem like a joy to be around, but no. Mm-mm. This is somebody who needs protection right now. They need protection. They're experiencing some type of intense emotions. There could be something about sorority or fraternity ties. And I'm gonna have to do a video talking about that too, because everybody that's in an organization, like, just because there are a lot of pollution in some of the groups within the organization, it's not all groups. Okay. Yeah. There's something about you having yeah, you got two-faced. Okay. There's something about you having like positive ties with groups that collectively are being demonized. This is like you knowing people who are sororities and fraternities who are actually like divine, or you knowing people who are masons who are actually divine. You get what I'm saying? And you having ties with these type of people, but you're able to discern the difference, like the fake ones opposed to the real ones. There's something about the real ones holding the fake ones accountable as well. Like there's something about that going on also. Yeah, in regards to some type of unjust mockery. Okay, no way out and no escape. They're being held accountable by the same people that they rallied up against you, the same people that they misled to try and stop, delay, and block something in your life. Okay, and these people not letting them get away with this shit. Yeah. There's something about you being a joy to be around. All readings you watch don't apply to you. I feel like they could be saying this to this person. There's something about this person trying to abuse um, or trying to associate certain readings like with them that does not apply to them. Okay? It says trust your own heart and intuition. These are people who's trusting their own heart and intuition and how they're judging you and judging this person. Okay? Yep. Wishing they did not participate in something that was done against you. All right. So that's all for this, you guys. I'll see you on the next one.